you will get to find out. You don't get to really pick your picks. But these two teams have, and Hive have been the big victors with a 2-0 win in this best of 3 series against Bigatron by Vitality. Take your pick, man. Which one is your MVP?
You can go multiple ways, right? I mean, Joy was just out farming, just having a great time. Gia, for me, the Moonscape, the Mirage was just on point. I think that for me, that was the biggest impact. But Rogue and Wanna also, they had their own as well in terms of just setting things up. This is a team that's really starting to find their groove, and Hive is looking to be formidable for AG Global, and I think that they need to be a bit worried as they watch this replay here.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in total agreement with you, right? Take a look at damage by Joy 7 as well as Gia. Both of them over 150,000 worth of damage in a 20-minute game. Now, I would definitely think that Gia is in contention for that MVP. She was making all the plays, making sure that Kitty QT, number one, was majority out of the fight, and also at certain times in the game, actually catching Vrida off as the Yangchen Twilight. That was huge in a team fight.
Yeah, absolutely huge. Just understanding who needs to get sent away, right? I think that was the biggest thing, but it was close. I mean, and we're seeing this in terms of the gold draft. It went both ways. Bigatron actually were winning at some points, and yes, it was kind of small in that sense, but once those pickoffs were starting to happen, the team fights were just kind of, implemented in the way of Hive. They were able to just fully control and dominate to finish this game. That almost went to a Tempest Dragon.
Yeah, very, very close, right? 20 minutes is when the Tempest Dragon spawns, but Hive, they knew they needed to end that game there and then, because if they had given Bigatron by Vitality a little bit more time, I am in full confidence that, Bebek would have been the major player to make the comeback, but the one that really gave the true value here is Posty. Yes, 0, 1, and 13, KDA. Look, it might not seem too great for you, but 13 assists, multiple Celestial Melodies with the refresh, crazy value given to the side of Hive All-Stars.
Nobody cares about rovers, though. What is going on?
What? No, I do.
I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that because you're a rover too. But yes, actually her impact was definitely felt there. The Celestial Melodies were on point. Having those multiple dragons to get on out and multiple ults is going to be key on this one. And you saw just how much impact that they had. It might not show up all the time because, again, who's counting exactly how many times she's casting the Celestial Melody? It's a little under the radar in that sense. And she gets picked off here. But this is a good start. I mean, in the sense of Hive being able to fight back and weather the storm because Bigatron really stuck to them early.
Yeah, they really did, because Bigatron, I think at this point, they understood what the risk of the draft was. If Gia is going to be isolated from the rest of the team after one of the team members of Bigatron survives the Moonscape Mirage, it's a guaranteed win for the team fight on the side of Bigatron by Vitality. So they didn't allow that to happen. This was, in big thanks to Wanna, every single time there was a huge moment available from the side of Gia, Wanna actually came in from the backlines to flank the rest of Bigatron by Vitality, cutting off that number one escape route, but then also opening up the door for a multi-man flank from the side of Hive All-Stars.
Yeah, Wanna's performance was quite good throughout the entire series. She just had a lot of impact. Always the perfect flanks, and she's very patient. She doesn't go out, you know what I mean, like all the time. She's looking for the right moments to go in, and she really set things up. She sacrifices her own life here, understanding that the game was at stake and they were able to take down that crystal. But Hive finding the right moments and how to shut down Bigatron in the end.
She needs to change the Wanna to a winner at this point. Very strong gameplay from this Clash laner as well. So Team PH in the women's series taking a lead. And once again, this is the same storyline. We're going to see Team Malaysia coming in front of AG in the grand finals, going up against Team PH. Hive All-Stars. That's going to be the grand finals. We'll let you know when it's going to happen. It's not going to be today because we have more games on the way. And with that being said, let's give the best for both of these ladies teams in the women's series.
Actually, I'm super excited about that series, and I think it's going to be way closer. I think AG Global have to put a little respect on the Hive side because you just saw how clean they can be and how aggressive, and so now they need to go back to the drawing board in terms of just being like, how do we prepare against this squad? I think that grand finals is going to be super fun to watch.
Yes, it definitely is, and here's some curious information for you. So Hive All-Stars have gotten rid of one Kitty QT, there is another kitty in AG. So I want to see what's going to happen with the second kitty that meets them in the grand finals here.
Yeah. I think someone else should make a kitty, cutie. No, that's how it works. No, you just add QT. No, that's the one thing that I'm kind of learning. I need to kind of add, instead of Holler TV, I need to go Holler QT. I'm gonna look to change that.
No.
See if that's copyright.
No, that's not the way to go, guys. Please tell him in the comments that's not the way for Holler to go.
Yeah. All right, but we had a great series. The women's series, that was going to be it for that. We're going to find out what happens in the Tri-Nations Clash. That's going to be coming up. But first, a break.
Bertahun-tahun ku ditempa, harap yang karang murka, enemy di setiap langkah, jantan datang mencoba, panggil ku woman army, satu orang seribu nyali, del spirit dalam nadi, sini maju kuladeni. Ku mau mundur dan buang sau, kehormatan yang utama di puncakku pertama, berdiri hantam balik semua halang yara. Fikir lagi kalau kau mau halangi, genderang perang sebab bunyi sini hadapi old school tank, mentally dia takkan berhenti, bukan insan imitasi. Aku lihat sebuah cara bermain agak lain dengan strategi yang saya desain. Akulah mastermind di balik kekacauan, punchline sapu ku mundur lawan. Insting terpukul deteksi ancaman, enemy ku libas seperti Anoman. Satu pukulan tangan kosong, jatuh runtuh panggil aku Wukong. Masih di power hantam lawan yang menghadap, sapu cakar lebih tajam lebih dari kokong pedang. Yang saya incar turawana bukan pantas hingga sana, maka wajar apabila dia bilang sampai di sana. Siapa yang berani mendekat kemari, saya yang kesana atau kau yang kesini. Jutaan kalian pun saya terakan lari, seranganku cepat sulit kau hindari. Dominasi, ku kendali, berotasi ke tiap sisi, ku ambil alih. Saatnya kita untuk eksekusi mulai party. Push, 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 push. Everybody move, 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 yeah, move, move. Saat datang dengan mode brutal, kendalikan setiap titik vital. Damage magic, serang mental fisik, 1000 taktik, kau kalah cerdik. Mau coba jatuhkan sama mana bisa, siasatmu sudah saya analisa. Terdapat salah, gerak, geriku sulit untuk dilabrak. Wah, game over, hancurkan semua tawa. Kombinasi skill dan power, teleportasi, enoku yang LOK. Kau tahu ku tak bisa redam, pula tekadku yang takkan payah. Untuk kehormatan yang tak bisa dibeli, saat genggam jangan harap kembali. Adu mekanik tingkat tinggi, siapa paling berani, aku paling gigi. Pedang raja yang kuhulus, tebasannya bak angin menghembus. Long life the king, akulah raja, dentuman zira, ini mental baja. Akulah hukum dalam wujud nyata, seni tempurku susah tukar baca. You better run, I've already won, nowhere to run, your time is done. Tidak bisa kau atasi, berat untuk kau hadapi, kalau pedangku menari, kau balik kanan dan lari,
I'm the queen, feel alright. Menjajali kenyalain dah. If you want me, prove it, wema. Siapa tadi panggil, cause I'm ready. Siapa bilang aku tak punya nyali? Don't try me ni untuk sumber api. Yes, my milady, you can touch me. You ready, oh jajali. Lagi coba lagi. Tegak berdiri dan buat yang lagi. Bukan yang paling cepat, bukan yang paling tinggi. Mau di kepala, bukan sekadar jadi. Tangan kiri murka, kanan kehormatan. Aku datang sebagai bentuk perlawanan. Ujuk rayu nafsu ego aku kalahkan. Biarkanlah aku menjemput kemenangan. Di tangan kiri murka, kanan kehormatan. Aku datang sebagai bentuk perlawanan. Ujuk rayu nafsu ego aku kalahkan. Biarkanlah aku menjemput kemenangan.
brightest nights. You've heard the crowd, felt the blinding light. You were standing there, when your heart comes alive. It's a dream of a hat, and it never dies. Right here, right now, give it all, get it out. Never surrender, fight and never fail. I am a contender, a challenge I can feel. The smallest lies become the brightest enemies, relentlessly. And even if you fall, you gave it everything to be a king. The smallest lies become the brightest enemies, relentlessly. And even if you fall, you gave it everything to be a king. You carved your way with a sharp attack. You watched it all burn, and you never looked back. There will come a day when your fears will rise. You protect your crown, so it never dies. Never surrender, fight and never fail. I'm a contender, a challenge I can feel. The smallest lies become the brightest enemies, relentlessly. And even if you fall, you gave it everything to be a king. On my way, find my way, find my way. On my way, dream my way. Never a surrender, I fight and never fail. I'm a contender, in charge I can feel. The smallest lies become the brightest enemies, relentlessly. And even if you fall, you gave it everything to be a king. The smallest lies become the brightest enemies, relentlessly. And even if you fall, you gave it everything to be a king.
Next stop. It's our time to showdown.
Malaysia boleh.
Laban Pilipinas. Indonesia bisa.
Welcome back. It is time for the second part of today. We're gonna have our tri-national showdown. Once again, it's your favorite kind of tofu, kin, tofu. And with me this time, it's going to be Dash. Welcome back into the English broadcast.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to be here in the English broadcast. I'm happy to see this, and I'm also happy to see the team's gonna be today. I watched the games yesterday, and it was fun. So I would love to be casting here with you, Kin.
Yep, it's going to be messy, it's going to be entertaining, but it's going to be fun, for sure. I mean, okay, so a recap of yesterday for the viewers that are new. So Team ID, Team How Can, they actually won the entire game. It's a best of one by 1 point. against your national team, that is Team Channel Squad International.
Yeah, it's just 1 point, and I was watching it. I was like, wait, they're close to winning. They got the advantage at 1 point, then they lost in the end because Indonesia just got that 1 point before the game ended, and that's the reason why they won in the end. What I really saw yesterday, though, is that Malaysia, they were just getting fought on two fronts the whole time, and it was crazy from Indonesia and the PH the whole time.
Yeah, 5v10, right? I mean, that's the beauty of this particular mode, because even without the transition towards the 2v1 situation, both teams were still going at and were going about Team Malaysia's lanes itself. So that's going to be a challenge for them today. Now, let's take a look at the teams.
Victory! Killing spree! Slain an enemy! Double kill! Slain an enemy! Double kill!
There we go. That is the rules. If you can destroy the enemy crystal, or you defeat the heroes and take the towers, you will be able to get command tokens that will boost your morale. 100 morale will trigger the final showdown, of which you just have to maintain the lead for 90 seconds and you will be the winner.
Yeah, that's what happened during yesterday's match. The final showdown just hit, and whoever had the highest points during that time was the one who won, and that's the Indonesian team from yesterday. And this now is the time for the teams to fight back, because yesterday, because of that, they got like 3-2-1, right? Whoever won got 3.
there we
There you go. That's what I'm saying. Whoever got the win yesterday got 3. Team Howken got that. Channel Squad International got 2, and Team Gas got 1 point from yesterday.
Yeah. Biggest lesson I think I learned from that was the one that laughs the hardest, right? Because it really came down to the wire at that last second.
Yeah, and from what we've seen from yesterday, right? I really love the compositions that came down to it. They have like 2 mid laners, like 2 great wave clearers from their side, and then the usuals that you see from both teams. What do you think is the best though for this one?
I think having unlimited diamonds is going to be the best, right? Because you don't get to pick the heroes, you get to roll the dice. So you don't really get to choose. You get to choose the heroes that your teammates don't want, but then you don't know what the heroes will be. So that's the fun part.
Yeah, that's great to see them from yesterday. Getting what they have is already, or at least making do with what they have, is the most important thing that they have to do in this game. And it's really fun to see how chaotic the game is. Fighting it all together and dividing them equally is really good.
Yes, and of course there will be a situation, or there might be situations where you're in a 2v1 situation and suddenly the opponent team takes the lead, or you take the lead and you are in a 2v1 situation, and that one is mayhem. So I'm hoping for that to happen today. I think the teams are going to be much more prepared for today.
Yeah, I want to see a final showdown though.
Switch our targets to ID. Switch our targets to ID instead.
Yeah, And that's what we've seen from yesterday, though. There were a lot of great things that we've seen from yesterday. There were a lot of compositions, and I'm really excited on what they're going to go for. And also, I want to see what they're going to say before the game comes in, because I love an interview. I love a banter from these players.
Yeah, we need a back and forth, right? That's the first part, and then of course we want you to walk it like you're talking. That's the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we want to see now for this teams. And I'm excited because this game mode, seeing it, and also the reason why we have this brightening boost for today is because of it. And that's why I want to see more on how they play around this game mode right now.
Okay. So I asked Blend this yesterday. I'm gonna ask you the same question.
Yeah.
What kind of
Okay.
composition do you prefer? Do you like the wave clear composition, or do you like the team fight composition? Because I like Inferno. I like Zhouyu. He clears the waves, and then we can start working on the towers. Blend likes to go for the other. He likes to team fight his way to victory. What do you like?
I think I agree with you. I want the wave clear because having from yesterday's match though, Team PH had two wave clear heroes on their side. They have the Ziya, they have the lady on their side, which is why it was easy to leave one on just one lane because that person can clear that wave and the other four just fights on one other lane, which is the reason why you have more flexibility with it. I don't want the team fighting because it's only effective in the late game. If there's a late, there's always a final showdown, but that's where it's most effective. But I do agree that wave clear is safer in a way. But what do you think? What did you say to Blam yesterday?
I told him that I like the wave clear mentality, right? And then I didn't tell him that I like Inferno. So some of the hero picks that I found have really worked for me was one that was shown yesterday, and that was the Mengya, right? You know, with his ultimate, you get to barrage everything, and you get to attack two lanes at the same time. The only thing is you need the vision for it, right? The other one is maybe the Mecha Shooter, Lupa number 7. Yeah, he is a wonder, man.
Yeah, he is very good, especially for the wave clears. What I think is good is also from yesterday's match. I think the lady is really good. I think she's really strong for that wave clear. I've seen her just hold the lane by herself most of the time, and that's the reason why I really love her getting played on these types of games. And I want to see it.
Yeah, we definitely will get to see. And of course, we will take to the stage first. We want to see Rookie and Mara interview the teams. So let's head to the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, take it away.
Hi HOK friends, it's time for the Tri-Nation Showdown where we'll have your favorite personalities from Southeast Asia collide. We'll have 3 nations, 3 teams, and 1 battlefield.
It's going to be very interesting, a 5v5 game mode. It's going to be fast, it's going to be challenging, it's going to be confusing, but I can guarantee you all, it's going to be exciting.
And now let's meet our teams. Are you guys ready? And let's start off with Team Philippines.
Team Chano International.
And let's go with Team Malaysia.
We are Team GAS. Yes!
And now from Team
Indonesia.
We are Team
Team Halken. Okay. You know what? You guys were so amazing yesterday. For sure, these 2 teams will be out against you. Now, Casey Bay, since you're beside me, this is what I want. I want to see the girls face each other, represent each other. Casey Bay, what do you have to say to the other girls from the other team without saying words? Express yourself without saying words, okay? 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Casey Bay, who? Okay. Pointing to Momo-chan. Oh. Momo-chan. Okay, Noel.
Oh!
Okay. a lot of emotions. Can you tell us what you were saying in your head?
They're so pretty.
They're so pretty. That's what it meant. That's all it meant. That they're so pretty.
Yeah, and Noel, you've seen Casey Bay doing all the taunting. You need to express yourself too without saying anything. You can talk to maybe Momo, maybe Casey. You can do some type of gesture that she did with you. Okay? Oh!
Oh, one more. One more. Got my eyes on you.
Wait. Okay. Noel, what did you mean by all the gestures?
So I'm saying she's pretty and cute. My eyes is always on her.
Okay.
That's what this meant.
Yeah, that was this man.
That's
and
what-
then this.
That's why we want like this. Momo-chan, they were doing a lot of things. Noel was doing this. And Casey Bay was doing this. Okay, what are you gonna say to them without words? Okay, you? Oh, what is that? Oh, okay. Whoa. Okay. Momo-chan might be small, but she is mighty. Guys, tatanggapin niyo ba yun? Are you gonna take that? Mycophobia, are you gonna take that from them? Burger. Does that mean you're gonna eat them? Okay, does that mean you're gonna eat them?
They're gonna eat the Malaysians, Adam. Give them an answer, Adam.
Defend Malaysia.
Defend Malaysia.
No problem. We're gonna settle it in the field.
Anyone, any target.
Target actually. Walaupun Momo-chan adalah keluarga aku, tetapi saya nak buktikan siapakah the best shoutcaster di atas pentas Malaysia boleh.